joking.
Morning, guys. Back at you with some more City Skylines 2. My city seems to be having some issues right now when it comes to its population. I don't know what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do to try to get it to come back. Yeah, just beware of that while we're playing.
Count on the fact you'll never look at it.
Do this.
Basically
listening to Scott Adams in the background again.
Hey, we made a big we're going to see it's about. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the city, but the population's just steadily declining.
Yeah, we're just going to say you like sex.
Very odd.
Nobody's.
Anyway,
do not make a
let's go ahead and try to get this working.
Joel Pollack
I might just have to wait.
Which doesn't. There's a bunch of recommended but genius because you have the idea. You can get there, but any still where you would have heard. Joel's book made in the same problems. Democrats dozens, just also recommend. Look for his name; it's on it. J.D. Vance is early moving. But J.D. Vance is a no abortion guy, but Trump, which in the states working out, that's for it. That doesn't work so bad. So he's still being considered. Top to pick. I saw somebody else say that I think that Trump's pick vice president will be at the top. And no matter who you put in the top, he won't be at it. And also,
alright, I think I'm going to have to turn down the graphics a little bit because it's starting to chug.
If I could ask you not to include this one.
See here.
Guessing like the rest. But I'm getting a hint. Might be something you just. No, I don't think it's Tucker Carlson. But it could be somebody.
Oh, I don't want that.
See that coming. Well, AT&T announced that they had a little hack. But calls and records and
help.
Calls. All of AT&T was. That's bad. So AT&T, tech company, got hacked and all of calls and that's a pretty bad situation. But sometimes when you see bad, AT&T with their big Fortune 500 site. Your big Fortune 500 there's an entire multi-dollar operation.
Hey, that's ridiculous.
I don't think they really put my. See, they got hacked. They've been put. Probably they don't even have hackers.
Stop it, Chiron.
Now, unlike election systems by states, but luckily, even though it's Fortune 500, despite all the money and resources, sometimes you think, oh, AT&T would have really good, but now they really don't care that much. Pretty, wide open. Unlike our election system, managed by different states and different. And although you might say this would be value for you, but I know what you're thinking. You're saying the Scottish. Okay. I ever use instead work for the election. That feels like a low compared to a. So there's part of me that thinks that paper, the election security people would be the weakest. 500 companies, let's say, be among the best. Well, of course, I'm being sarcastic. Guarantee is one of the best. How badly? Really badly. God.
Okay, that made no difference, so I'm going to put it back on.
Worry about that. Meanwhile, the Gateway Fund. Georgia's. Several experts say. I say a few, I mean, 3 million. Why are they questionable? Let's see. $1,000 no source here, $3 $50,000 unsourced ballots sourced. That was from the Center for Technology and Joe Hoffman's. Well, there was the SAVE Act. SAVE Act was going to be a congressional law that said couldn't vote in the United States. That did not pass.
It makes too much sense.
What the dog not barking on this one? Watch the press, not ask anybody. What you want? Press. Ask it. Who do you think required people to do this? They're gonna say, blah blah. Oh, we know that. You feel that the better. You can't figure out how to get a knife. And also be in charge. I feel like that's exactly you.
Ooh, you guys stink.
I'm not in favor of vote suppression. If it's going to happen, the very best situation is you don't let the people who can't figure out how to get the key have any other decision. Take any decision. Yeah, that's not. You can't figure out how to get an ID.
Man. Woo!
Interested in voting?
You smell like you pooped.
Well informed. Not too well. I suppose the government could have said, "Yeah, afford an ID in the federal." Then you could say, "There's no money problem. Federal government will pay for your ID." Maybe have. But watch out for the ISIS. Nobody's going to ask the Wall Street Journal has reported that having too much fighting with double and people closing the story. Here's Senator Kowski from Alaska. If you didn't like Lisa Murkowski, vote if you like her. If I were an unplugged, I would say it's just so delightful. Round up getting the media. And she said, House Speaker Mike Johnson. The quote, the incredible thing. Now, I like the adult. Fun I've ever had. I've never had this much fun. News. I loved what was fun. But it wasn't as enjoyable. The flow. I have the same thing. Sweet. So when he's doing my lawn, make sure that he doesn't do it. But he does right across the street. Because there's China's having a policy. You know about that. Running a people traffic problem. This question.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor
Age
road
of robots.
Please exercise.
Who's not going to run out of? That China big mistake. Policy. But robots will say things that we might be. But we might have. There's none. China might have not enough work.
Population's starting to go.
I don't even think you can tell.
Stop.
China made a big fire. Dr. Carlson and Catherine here. And one of the things that well, the entire political states period not taking place on TV channel and newspaper. I think it's exciting to see it a little bit. It's not always pleasant, not always easy, but it's helping and engaging in different. I think that's what anything like that. X is way more. But under Twitter, I was confused. Now I wonder if I'm starting to wonder if it's real bots. in the bonds, there's no kind of 1.1 million and no Democrat action except 8 troubles. I'll tell you in a minute. And black. The reason I keep mentioning Michael. The reason that it is so interesting is because it's rare to have an actual Democrat willing to engage and show his sources. You can disagree with them. But I don't see anybody else who else has even tried. I could not be more human. Experience. As far as I can tell, 0 impact. I haven't invited. What do they call it? Trump's project. Call it Trump's project. Oh, Eric. Yeah. Does anybody else confirm that you? Let me tell you how to spot. I suspected this was true. Here's the thing. Polls that I get. Polls that I get are only designed if you not want to use. Well, I told you that before. It looks like something.
To throw poop at you.
One. Who follow? Here's the big one. They hate me. Who Democrats follow me? The reason they follow me is because you tell everybody else like reads. Maybe all was a little but maybe it takes polls don't take of me. It's very clear what they're all. Big fun. Big scams. Don't even address.
Well, the CIA, ask me.
Real people are looking to serve. And I yeah, waiting for one. There's really monitoring. There's somebody. And I thought, now, the problem is that when you realize that's anyway, Musk is doing suing. And they allegedly
would have thought?
Dollars and ads.
Cheaters.
Probably there's and now to sue them.
Should probably sue them for like $100 billion.
Same time, of course,
Put them out of business, like they tried to do with Alex Jones.
And just low taxes.
Woo!
Good, sir.
Gotta love it.
Taxes. Let's say you percent.
Parasites, I swear.
If you
They just leave us
don't
alone.
have to, 30% of your percent. Right.
Joyless
Right,
Bayar.
AR is
She doesn't understand the risk of Trump derangement syndrome.
Thank God. These two people, neck and neck. Fight the same.
She's just crazy.
I'm sure that you know exactly. Part was it.
Encoding overloaded.
It's Bernard. So, like my that's a big. Now, Trump.
87,000 this age.
He provides the rest of it. Then I'm going.
Live in such a funny world.
Because, they do, right? This is what leftist liberal Democrat media is. Rachel Maddow lied. She knew she lied. That's what the reporting is. Beacon reports. Rachel Maddow and her co-star verifiably false doctor they called the uterus collector. Now his $30 million lawsuit.
Probably should be more
Federal
than that.
judge ruled against NBC and her top anchors accused the doctor of performing mass hysterectomies on women and inmates of an immigration. I'm not surprised. You're not surprised. I am surprised. Accountability. MSNBC, NBC, Rachel Maddow, Chris Hayes, Nicole Wallace. Why? It's what. Thing is, it's so easy to avoid defamation. I'm surprised they got caught. story is quite simple. They accused the doctor of mass hysterectomy. Or I should say, they released a statement from someone they knew that likely to be false, publishing false statements, accusing a doctor of performing mass hysterectomy. Why would they spread such? Why would they engage in what such obvious defamation would say? Because it's politically advantageous. Come out and say that there's an immigration doctor sterilizing. NBC Universal is headed for trial after a judge ruled in favor of a Georgia doctor. MSNBC's biggest stars accused of performing mass hysterectomies at a Trump-era immigration facility. The judge ruled that Rachel Maddow, the co-host Chris Hayes, made verifiably false statements about the doctor, suing NBC dollars. Discovery process law, which has received little attention, has drawn back the curtain on the inner workings of NBC. How the liberal cable network works hand in hand with news, which seeks to portray itself as non. NBC Universal Standards Department viewed and approved on the Georgia doctor before it was published on it, and then broadcast on MSNBC programs. The NBC correspondents Jacob Soboroff and the Standards executive during their report. Soboroff is also Maddow, who was deposed from the lawsuit, and Hayes were personally involved in the off-camera vetting and editorial conversations around the segment, an extent that can be unusual. Hosts. Maddow was reported paid about $30 million a year by NBC Universal to host her show one and work on large-range projects. In a ruling last month, the judge, Lisa Godby Wood of the Southern District of Georgia, found that Maddow, Hayes, and Wallace made 9 verifiably false allegations about Mahendra Amin, a gynecologist who treated detainees to immigration. I'll pause here. You want to say, in more detail, a nurse filed a whistleblower complaint. So why would they run this story? Oh, Democrats want to run the narrative that Donald Trump had concentration camp and was mass sterilizing. Instead of arguing on the merits, they want to keep default looted state of paranoia. They say Donald Trump is working on Project 2020. Okay, if Donald Trump's planning all of these things, Project 5, why did he? What did Donald Trump do the first time he was president? I gotta be honest, not a whole lot. No new wars. They really minded their gear. That's the bulk of it. Tell me what Trump did. USMCA, okay, a new trade agreement, shuttered team. Do these things matter to the American people? Does it actually matter? Absolutely. TPP is a trans-Pacific partner disaster that would have given different governments legal rights over American citizens in disputes with their corporate entities. The American people are sovereign. Say no to your business, no to your business. Trade agreement between Pacific countries that means that their companies need to have some legal. Trump says nope, throws in the garbage. Trump was not perfect. New bollard fence, new security in key areas makes sense. Act like Trump built a 30-foot wall from sea to shining sea. He certainly did not. Trump did not vote the insurrection. Trump did not ban abortion. Well, they'll take credit for this one. His Supreme Court justices. But Trump and when they didn't do anything. In fact, Trump was a Russian spy half the time. This is the game they play. Lie you. You're going to get with Trump. I'm telling you, it's going to be marginal victories at best. You will run a moderate, but anti-establishment. So we're going to get a lot of bad, a little bit of good, that'll be a little bit better than the bad, and I'll take it. Trump's not going to purge the government. They're claiming he's going to never leave out of here. If that was the case, he wouldn't have left in 20. Why not to leave? But he did, okay? Like Even like he couldn't do it, he couldn't pull up, acting like he. Here's what they say. In the end, we are left with this. NBC investigated the whistleblower letter's accusations. That investigation did not corroborate the accusations and even undermines them. NBC republished the letter's accusation anyway. Scathing. 108-page. 6. Showing the jury trial determined MSNBC engaged in actual malice. Standard to determination. It sounds like the judge thinks they already. They say 39 verifiably false allegations just so that they could put out this lie that Donald Trump was doing atrocious things. The discovery process revealed how MSNBC and NBC News journalists and executives acknowledged privately in text messages, emails, and conference calls that they didn't know the allegations were true, but reported them. Reckless lawsuit could prove embarrassing to MSNBC, which itself their destination for. Communications obtained during the discovery process revealed that many executives and top journalists of the network had concerns about but breathlessly reported. Quote, we just don't know if any of this is true, Chris Skoll, NBC News, is NBC Universal Deputy Director of Standards, said in a conference call with Hayes, November 16th, 2020. Lawsuit. The evening before, MSNBC had broadcast a story detailing claims from the whistleblower. Wooten. Where's the SEC? The guy has a pretty clean record, Joel said, of a minute in the conference call. Has no direct knowledge of this. That Wooten had no direct knowledge of this. And kind of has a beef. Not elaborate. And Joel's concerns, Hayes, Maddows, and Wallace aired several segments about Wooten's allegations on their evening MSNBC programs, sparking a Senate investigation. On our top-rated MSNBC show, Maddow quoted Taney as saying, when I met all these women and had surgeries, I thought this was like an experimental concentration camp. Nurse says nurse, quote, questioned among ourselves, like, goodness, he's taking everyone's stuff out. That's his specialty, the uterus. He's taking all their uteruses out, or he's taking their tubes. Amin sued MSNBC for defamation. September 2021, denied that he performed any unnecessary medical procedures. The Senate probe found no evidence the physician had done so, and that contrary to allegations, 2 hysterectomies he performed were deemed medically necessary by Immigration and Customs. Since its hard left turn in the 2000s, MSNBC sought to portray itself as fully separate from NBC News, which produces iconic programs. Loud one. Anybody paying attention? NBC News, they lie. MSNBC, the same thing. Don't they have the same logo? Hayes, claiming he received unnecessary hysterectomy at ICE facility in Georgia speaks exclusively. That guy's evil. These people are evil. Here's what I want for you. I want you to know to the best of your abilities what is most accurate so that you can decide for yourselves how to live your life. What is the system that for all of us to? I am just I don't want power. I want to be left alone to skateboard and stand. What drives me, fills me with
grinds my gears.
Power. That, maybe it has a lot to do with my phrasing, and when I realized they were all live, big con that really is if I chip on my shoulder. I'm sick. These people lie. And should allow merit to decide what that's. They will achieve what needs to be systems they need. And if at any point there will come a time, this channel, my show, not me, nearly as large as it is. I will get older, tired, perhaps with family disinterest. Heavens. And someone else will the same values. Values that you is the best course. You knowing your ability is what is happening. Raise better children, train better, and lead. That's why when I look at MSNBC and NBC News, I am filled with. It's why when I see those 2 Republicans hold Merrick Garland accountable, and functions. There. Next segment is coming up at 8 p.m. YouTube.com/TipCast.
Next. A little dizzy. Maybe I need to do a dab.
With a new at these, which is a real thing. Taking the high here, taking the high here, familiar Facebook, any mainstream. There were absolute huge revelation, capital, obvious, particular. Elon Musk. I have an urgent message for you, Elon. Elon was clear that he was sue funds. The agency that represents 90 cents of
Sue those bastards. $100 billion at least. Put them out of business.
He's a member, and he's never not. Now, I am convinced
Maybe he had to become a member to see what's going on behind the scenes.
At his own website 7 days ago, they were happy to their membership. Ship product.
Call it their bagel product. Their bagel and their bags.
Can't possibly know. Thing. This seems like a big one because I feel like in court cases
They didn't have his bagels.
when they find out getting to be a member of this doing. Okay. Oh, like fourth chance, he wants nation join. Because even though rejoin based on nearly a half gun, I've seen or ever left in the what they'd be joining if they've never right into it. Hey, I'm sorry. Has no choice. Miles Duke against the advertising packet. Are those winners? Are a company that he's been a member of. Do this, and I truly believe that at this point,
Put Garm out of business.
Signal boosted this numerous times, and I don't think in my reply, I say, but Elon, or a member, might be saying to yourself, well, Jeremy, did you say this yet? Yeah, and then he said again on suing. Here's a list of companies who pulled their advertising to black. Apple, Disney, Marvel, IBM, Sony's, Tesla, Airshow, Landscape, Warner.
Fuck them all.
This is what runs Parliament itself 5 days ago announced we're excited to reinstated our with its responsible arm and being assuming as of today actually is a member of
Get those bastards out of
the
business.
safety of the global air and product. It's on its issue. Jeremy, but just joining them so we can sue them. Yesterday, that is double.
Linda macaroni and cheese.
Censorship project. Capitol Hill.
Why does the
Today,
population keep
longer
going
lives
down?
shown
What
in
the hell
the
is going on here?
9th, 2023. I've always.
It's getting ridiculous, man.
I don't. They take. Dave. They take forever. I haven't recorded the video, but access here. If you know, here's Twitter right here. If I, but I could. Anyway, you can go to the archives. June 9th. Actions of member. Another archive. Darn. Twitter, all under. Twitter/X never left. Or ARM is simply lying and saying that Twitter's a member. Do you think? There, so probably knows. We told you. The whole internet. Read AC app. Yeah, you said. Sing a song. Chat on it. Now let's look at some of these others. Russell Pride of South Carolina. So you can't tell. Almost still receiving news card. That you say, hey, this is real news.
Yes, this Bishop Bureau, Smart Rental Media Organization, on average, 91. Right leading organization, 66. You name a few examples, and I know you can. Leftist news site, newspaper, which verifiably I agree you all want the change. You name some.
This is extraordinarily wrong, obviously. CNN targeting the kids. Catholic would be a perfectly obvious example in which massive lawsuit to one of those kids. The attempt to treat the White House as favorite talking point of cheap fakes regarding the president's mental illness as actual fact, which has been the sort of case for the last couple of weeks. And that's leaving aside opinion hosts like Joy Reid, who routinely says things that are extraordinary, celebrating quote-unquote white tears. These sorts of things happen all on the left.
Anybody that covered and wrote this Rittenhouse crossing scale. Anybody who
That stink.
fakes. Every leftist. Fact. Jim Jordan highlighting, showing Garmin member. That's your Daily Wire. Suggest. Watch the
Pretty carefully. Finds a
I'm asking.
Put Garm out of business.
use for.
Looks like
Uh-oh.
he hated their life. Like, really just opinion. I don't know the Daily Wire. We watch them carefully. Wire when we block Fox News. He's on 3 conservative. See it that way, Mr. Duke?
See. What? Are you joking?
Need to put Garm out of business.
Back and forth. How can we Daily Wire? How can we send a party? Questions?
They really have an interesting representative on the stand right there. He looks like an asshole.
Based on your recommendation.
Based on recommended stop paid advertising. This is like essentially this. Group of sites. Maybe like Fox News. Fox News on. Or any other site. I don't have to. Aggressive. There's majority public, so I assume that you. Those sites like John. Mandatory. Figure you. Any call. Newsmax. Mandatory exclusion. Sites are. No, I mean, I would assume that you. Look at him! Look at him! Listen, do you guys ever Daily Wire? Do you advertise on the View? What? Absolutely platforms? Yes, we do. I mean, this is absolute irrefutable evidence. Okay?
Need to put them out of business.
With again, you now this is finally loaded. 3, and we see before they numbers the X. Oops. Never left, homie. Never left. And in 5 hours loads, to these loads. Here's another one. Right here. From number 23. Number 23. They never left. Check out Clean House. Because this battle has never been. Please make sure you take on it.
Chill out, Chiron.
Donald Trump's Secretary of Retribution has a target list of 350 people he wants arrested. Okay. I get. I just want to point something out. Retribution. Okay. Now, revenge, I'm not a fan of. Let me give you the retribution definition. That one's more. And you can understand what this means. Retribution means punishment imposed to the criminal, purposes of repayment or. Why should I be mad about retribution? Donald Trump said, my retribution will be a successful second term. What's wrong with seeing people if you commit a crime, you break the law, hold the law, and there's a penalty, there's penance. I have no problem with retribution. In fact, so when they say this, Secretary of Retribution, let me stress, punishment imposed for the purposes of repayment or revenge committed. You commit a crime, we put you in jail. No. Hold. See, I am not a retribution guy. I'm actually a rehabilitator. I think we want to have a functional system, and logic is, and feelings are good. Feelings don't make the human experience, but in terms of making society function, happy logic plays an outside. Someone is caught committing a crime. What you want to do is make sure they can function efficient and never commit those. Yeah, retribution doesn't fall. And it can overlap. Retribution is more.
Hello, Nikki James.
I'm mostly action if it serves a purpose. That is to say, if the American people see the penance for the crime, and it can help create confidence in our system. Because right now, we ain't got a whole lot of it. Raw Story reports. Retribution is at the center of Donald Trump's presidential. I am your warrior. This year, I am your justice. Those of you who are wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Okay, now I want to. Donald Trump probably said it was, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those of you who've been,
I am your retribution.
I am your retribution. That's not how I would say it. I would say, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those of you who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. Trump has been, but that's probably why he's been more successful. Surrogates have duly embraced the bride. Perhaps no one jealously than Ivan Raiklin, retired Army Reserve Lieutenant Colonel, and former U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency employee, bills himself as the and would-be president's future Secretary of Retribution. I would just love like a good speech. That would just make me feel. Donald Trump has played. He said, my retribution will be a successful sector. Better economy, lower gas prices, increased wages. And everyone's like, and he's like, he wants to be a dictator. Heaven help these people. Someone like me never ran to everyone. I'm telling you guys, here's what I do. 10-inch, triple-layered, bulletproof plexiglass box with a 15-foot concrete foundation block underneath it, Faraday cage, and I would sit inside of that thing, and you could see into it exactly what I'm doing at all times. And all I'm able to do is through a wire out to a broadcast on the outside, talk about my plans, policies, and negotiations. I would be president for, and I would sign a bunch of executive orders, dismantling and federal agencies, stripping them of the ones that I could not. I'd order them to go up region, wherever. Hey, we're gonna build a new city. Hey, the new FBI building. We have to build Congress approved.
It's in
We're sending it
Alaska.
to